Well, good day, everyone. Craig, and I'm back at you. Wait a minute. There's no need to applaud. No need to applaud. I know it's been a while since we put out a video. As you can imagine, here in Buffalo, New York, it is winter time, so there is no riding. Hopefully, within the next, I don't know, maybe month or so, we'll be able to get back out onto the bikes. But for now, I just wanted to talk about a subject that we've been dealing with for a while now when it comes to really the supply chain and bikes and the cost of bikes. And the question that I have for you is it time to pay retail or more for that brand new motorcycle? Is it time to pay retail or more for that motorcycle? And let me start this video by putting out some precursors, or whatever you want to say. Just lay some groundwork, some rules. First of all, I understand that when you buy a bike, this is your money. You can do whatever you want with it. I am not trying to tell you how to spend your money, what to do with your money. It's totally up to you. This is just my thoughts about buying a bike and how much you should spend, especially in this day and age. And the second thing is that this video that I'm putting out now, it assumes that you can afford to purchase a motorcycle. If you can't afford to purchase a motorcycle, then really, and it's going to put you in a financial bind, then really this is not the video for you. I'm not really talking about you. I'm talking about a person that can afford a motorcycle. We realize that at least in the United States, probably Canada as well, Western society, for the majority of us, the motorcycle is a luxury item. It is not our primary source of transportation. It is a luxury item that we can use whenever we want to. So if you use your motorcycle as your primary transportation, that's it, that's all you've got, then this video probably does not apply to you. And also, I'm going to add that in this video, I'm only referring to people that are buying new motorcycles. I'm not talking about the used market. There's whole different dynamics when you're going to buy a used motorcycle, whether you're buying it from a dealer, whether you're buying it from a private individual. So I'm not talking about the used motorcycle market, only the new motorcycle market. So as we know, in 2019, end of 2019, 2020, 2021, there has been a shortage of motorcycles. So the demand has really gone up because supply and demand. People that want motorcycles, they want recreational vehicles. If they're not available, then the dealerships can charge more. The private individuals can charge more for their bikes because of the demand and the shortage of supply. So what you're seeing, where you used to be able to get a really good deal, most of the dealerships now are going with MSRP or more. So should you pay MSRP or more for that new motorcycle? Now, first, let me tell you my opinion. My opinion is that I would never pay more than MSRP for a motorcycle. And the reason I say I would never pay more than retail is retail already has the profit built in for the dealer. And so if you buy a motorcycle, the dealer is already making a profit on it. Now, depending on the type of bike, if it's a touring bike, usually there's more profit in the touring bikes than there are on, say, the smaller cruisers or the little bikes. There might only be maybe a couple $100 on the less expensive bikes, but there's still profit that's built in. And as we know, some of the dealerships play games and even adding more profit to it by adding dealer fees, document fees, all this other BS. I'll just put a BS, all this other BS that you don't have to pay. But they add this as a way to build in more profit. So knowing that they're making some money, I don't feel that I would ever pay more than MSRP. The dealerships are getting enough. Now, I heard a dealer say the reason why they are charging more than MSRP is because since the supply is lower, they can't sell as many bikes. Hence, they're not making as much of a profit because the inventory is less. And so what they're trying to do is make up the money that they used to make by selling bikes over MSRP, if that makes any sense. So let's say a dealership on a normal month would sell, I don't know, 500 bikes. I'm just making this up. They sell 500 bikes under, pre-pandemic era. 500 bikes a month is what they're selling. And they would make some profit off of most of, if not every bike that they sold, a little bit of money. And they would use that profit to, pay their staff, pay the light bill, if they're renting the building, whatever it is. They would, the money they would make off selling these 500 bikes, they would use for their expenses. Now, if they're only selling, again, let's say they're selling 100 bikes a month. because the supply is not there. They only have 100 bikes and they're selling 100 bikes a month. They're saying, hey, we still need to make up that extra money because we have less bikes. So now we're going to charge more. We're going to charge over MSRP to make up that money. I hate to say it, it's not my problem. It's not my issue. It's not my problem. I'm sorry, but I'm just personally not going to pay over MSRP. So that leads to, is it okay in today's age to pay MSRP? Again, my take on it is, it appears that the supply chain issues, the abundance of bikes, we're going to still have this in 2022. You know, that's what, if you're watching, no matter when you're watching this video, it is 2022 now, but in 2022, we're still going to have supply chain problems, and there's not going to be an abundance of bikes out there for you to buy. But if you want to go buy a new bike right now, I would say there is nothing wrong with paying MSRP to get that bike. Now, and even in saying that, that's a change for me, because again, I've never paid MSRP, but I look at it this way. A motorcycle is a luxury item. A motorcycle for most of us is not our daily driver, like I said before. A motorcycle is there to give you an enjoyment. So if you sit and you wait until 2023, 2024 to buy that brand new motorcycle, again, we're only talking about new motorcycles in this video, you are going to miss out on a year or two of enjoyment. And when I look at it from the standpoint of, you could have a new motorcycle, you could be out there riding, you could be touring, you could just be going around the block doing whatever you want to do. However you get the enjoyment out of your motorcycle, you're missing out on that for a year or possibly 2 years to save maybe a few $1,000s. Again, it's your money. You have to make the decision for yourself. But I would say, if you were in the market right now and you wanted that bike, go ahead and get that bike and enjoy that bike. And don't worry about, I had to pay full MSRP. Don't worry about it at all. Enjoy the bike that you want to get. For my Harley friends, I think most of them are used to paying retail. I've never bought a new Harley, but I think there's not much wiggle room that Harley gives you. Maybe a little bit. For my Harley friends, what they tell me is where they get their deals is on the accessories. If they buy them at the time they buy the new bike, maybe they get a deal on the accessories, they get a deal on the installation of the accessories if they buy it then and there, and that's where they're, you know, they're making up a little bit of money there. But I would say this, that life is short, and in life you want to get enjoyment. If you want the bike, get the bike. It's that simple. If you want the bike and you can afford the bike, get the bike and enjoy the bike. So I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everything is working out in your favor. For those of you that are riding who are not out of commission like us in the cold weather areas, I'm enjoying seeing your videos from the motor vloggers. So keep that up, and I hope everyone has a blessed day. We'll see you on the road soon. Take care, everybody.